Hello and welcome to my channel. So if you clicked on this video, you must be wondering what ROBOFOREX and AIPOLLO are and what actually a bot does. So I'm going to explain it the best of my ability to what it actually is and what it does. So let's start with the ROBOFOREX website. So the ROBOFOREX website is a platform where traders can trade in Forex. So that means in cash. It means that you're trading dollars for euro or euro for British pounds or something like that, and you're trading the difference. So if you buy in and for let's say 10 euro and the euro goes up from the dollar and you're trading euro dollar and the dollar goes down and you sell then your euros, you'll get more dollars for that money, and that's the basic idea. Now, to do that, you can use all kinds of different strategies, and those strategies they go on like in graphs. You can see some graphs, and this is one of the graphs that you can see. And here you can see that there are like three little white points here, and there's some blue here. So one of the trading methods that people use is look at the graph. So this is what's the actual price, but we care of course what the price is, but not as we need to know when to buy, when to sell. So looking at this part here beneath the trend wave, we can see that the trend wave here goes over a certain limit, and this limit is set at 60.53. I have seen it like in like 70, so like 20.70. So the idea is when it goes over, the chance that it goes down is quite substantial. So what you're going to do, you're going to bet that it's going to go down. So you're going to say, okay, at this position, so here, you're going to bet that whatever it is going down. And you can see here, and the chance is around 65-70% that is accurate. You can see here that if you did here and you went down and it went up again, you got the same position. So you maybe didn't lose or maybe didn't win anything, depending on how you set it up and stop losses and all those things. But that's already getting too complicated for a simple explanation. The idea is there are different methods to know when to buy and when to sell. So this is one. And this is another one also with a little graph underneath, and there's the average something, and there are all kinds of different names, and they have all great things like, oh yeah, it's going 2 times up and then down, and yeah, that's great and all, and a professional would explain you this and tell you exactly how to do it. Now, we don't, if you are like me and you want to have it passive income, you don't want to be all day stuck on the monitor. So what do? You go to a site like this one here, like AIPOLLO, and they have bots. So they have a robot, they have an algorithm that looks at all those things, and then with that, he's going to say, okay, this is a good entry point to buy or to sell, and bet on it going up or going down. So here you can see this is AIPOLLO, and they have a bunch of bots. I'm going to go through them in just a short bit. And it is no cure, no pay. So what does it mean? It means that if you have one of these bots and you have a subscription to it, so that is what it's called, you can do exactly the same trades as the bot is doing. So on the platform here on ROBOFOREX, you can trade yourself, but that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually copy the trade of someone else. So there are actual traders here that you can actually trade. You can just copy what they are and you give them a commission for that. But I chose to go with an AI bot. So from AIPOLLO, just a robot that does that for me. The good thing about this bot, and I'm going to go now into the bots. Let me see, there they are. So the AIPOLLO has a bunch of bots. It has the Mr. Egg, Mr. Joak, Mr. Guts, Mr. Carry, Mr. Gold, and Mr. Sniper. These moments. So in the beginning, if you saw these videos from the start, you will see that I was with Mr. Egg, and Mr. Egg had a performance fee of 25%, and most of them have 25%. That's the standard for AIPOLLO. What does that mean? That means every time you make money, and let's say if you make $100 or euro that week, At the end of the week, you're going to pay 25%. So you're going to pay, if you make 100 euros or dollars, you're going to pay 25 euro, $25. If you don't make anything, then you don't pay anything. And so other subscriptions are like just a fixed amount per month. And then, yeah, if you don't make money, nothing, yeah, that's too bad for you. So I like this better. This gives me the idea, like the bots and the people behind the bot actually want to make money, just not just have your fee, but they want to make money because they win on what you make. Now, trading is always a gamble, huh? So if we go and look at here, like that, to the first one, if you say like, okay, here, and you say this trend I'm going to sell because I'm going to bet that it's going down, and then you're going to buy it later for cheaper and then sell it again. You would see that it didn't go down that much and then go up again, and then it did come down, but it can be that you already lost some money. So how much money can you lose with these bots? So on Mr. Egg, there's an account protection of 85%. So it means that on any given trade, you can only lose 15%. So you are protected for 85% of whatever you have there. On Mr. Joak is 80%, so it's 20. And I have my my balance. I have a set for Mr. Guts. I'm copying Mr. Guts because that one gives the highest profit. But as you can see there, high risk, and the protection is 75% of your equity, and so it means you can only lose 25. 25 is still a lot of money, but yeah. So the higher the risk, the lower the account protection, but more the profit. So Mr. Egg is usually about 1%. Mr. Joe Egg is between 1 and 2, and Mr. Guts is around between 4 and 5% a week. So that is really, really good. Now, going here, so what is it uses? It uses a trend scalping algorithm to check what is going on in these graphs. So these graphs, and depending on these graphs, it's going to say, hey, I'm going to buy, I'm going to sell. Now, Mr. Guts was activated on the 10th of May of this year, and since then it has done 75% profit. Now, actually last week, so if you're watching this video now, so it was, let me check, here on the 20th this week here. No, I think no, that was this one, from the 13th to the 19th, and we can check actually because every week there is. So from the 19th to the 25th, Mr. Guts had a little loss, and I mean with quite a lot, 25%. So he made a trade, and that trade went in the opposite direction, and he lost some money. But even then, even with that loss, we can see that in an overall, since 10th of May, you would have done 75%. You have 75% profit. So 1.5 weeks ago, it was over 120%. So that was insane. This is still insane. For a couple of months, 75% profit. It's huge. So to recap, we have a trading platform. This one here. On this trading platform, it's an established platform. You have to register and things like that. I'll make a video on how to register and how to do all those things. Here you can trade yourself or copy someone else's trade. Now I chose to copy, and I'm copying one of these bots. Yeah, you can choose which one, what's the high risk you want to take. I took a high risk for high reward. So I have Mr. Guts, and I'm copying everything that he does. So if he buys, I buy. If he sells, I sell. If he buys for an X amount, I'm going to buy exactly the same. So that is the idea. And here you can see all the stats of this bot. There's the yield and total profit and things like that. Truthfully, I don't really look at this. I just look at my bank account at the end of the month, and I say, hey, this looks good, so I'm going to yeah, I'm going to keep doing this. Okay, I hope you guys found this interesting and informative on how the AIPOLLO works and why you use the ROBOFOREX website. For any questions, just leave them in the leave it under the video. If you liked it, please do press the like button. And if you want to see more updates on the Forex trading bot and also some Bitcoin info, just subscribe. If not, just liking the video will be super helpful. Okay guys, thank you very much, and see you on the next video.